Hi everybody, it's Sonia with Sonia K Creations. Come on in, we're going to get started. This one's going to be very basic, but I think it'll be really pretty, but just a thrift flip, I guess you'd say, garage sale flip. So come on in, we're going to get started, and I'll wait for a few of you to come on. If you're watching on the replay, you can always fast forward through all this. I just don't really like to start until at least there's a few people on here. But usually any second now. Oh, there's Sam. I was just gonna say, Tammy. Oh, yep, Tammy's always the first one on, pretty much. So yeah, we're gonna be using something I found pretty recently at the garage sale, for $1. So it's gonna be a pretty easy flip, but I think it'll be pretty, hopefully. So hi Tammy and Judy. So we're just gonna get started. Make sure you guys sprinkle all that kind of stuff. I've been busy working in my craft room. I got my new storage things over there. I've been labeling them, filling them. I still am waiting for some hooks to hang up my big Chalk Couture transfers. So once I get all that done, I'll kind of show you what I've been doing. So hi Jeanette and Sharon. So what we're gonna use is I don't think it was from Hobby Lobby. I didn't have a Hobby Lobby tag, but it says bless your sweet little heart, and it's like like, you can see it's like a slatted sign, but I got it, it's pretty big, I'm not sure how big, but I got it at a garage sale for $1. So what we're going to do, I usually use glue stick, but it's kind of hard to get glue stick in the edges, so I decided we're going to do the iron-on Mod Podge method today. I'm just going to put some Mod Podge on here. Try to go through those cracks. Okay. Hi Carol and Judy. I'm going to try to get every little spot, because if you miss a spot, then that's the only time you kind of have a bubbles with this method. So it's hard to get the glue stick up against the edges, so I figured we'd just go with this way. I've been really busy. We went looking for hooks for these transfers that I want to hang up, but I couldn't find any, so I ordered some. And we're having a garage sale this coming weekend with my kids at our house, so we've been getting stuff ready for that, and we're going to be going to their storage unit tomorrow and getting the rest of the stuff for the garage sale out of there, so they can not have a storage unit anymore. Price and stuff the next few nights, and so I'm just not sure when I'll be able to go live again. So I was like, even though I didn't really have time to really plan a major craft, I do have one in mind that I'm working on, but this one I've been wanting to do, and it's fairly easy, so I figured we'd do this tonight. So what you do if you've never done this method, you just put the Mod Podge, or you can actually, I think you can just use Elmer's glue or whatever kind of glue. You let it dry, or dry it with a heat gun. That's what I'll do. Wherever you want it to be, make sure you get every little spot. And then once it's dry, then you just put what you're going to Mod Podge on there, and then you iron it. Although I just realized I don't have any parchment paper, so I'm trying to think what I can put over the top of it. You don't want to put your iron directly on your paper that you're Mod Podge, or whatever you're Mod Podging, because you could get something on it, or, you know, my iron's a craft iron, so it's probably not clean. It looks like it, but you never know. And I only have one piece of this paper that I'm going to use, so I don't want to ruin it. Well, actually, I'm using two different things on here, so. Yeah, so we have a garage sale this coming weekend, and then our kids were helping them. If you didn't see the last live, my kids are moving away with my grandkids to Idaho, which is about 3.5 hours from here. So it's not terrible, but it's not as good as 10 minutes. So we're going to help them pack up on Monday, a week from today, and then they leave on Tuesday. But we're going to go camping there up by where they live, or going to be living. We're going to go the end of August, so. Okay, so that's pretty good. Just a thin, nice coat on all of it. Put a towel on it, yeah. I don't know what I have in here. I have some material over there, so I'll probably end up just using that. All right, let's dry this. It dries pretty fast. It was already starting to get kind of dry. Hi, Lisa from Michigan. Hi, Lynn and Deb and Mary. I thought about painting the edges green, the green that I like, but I kind of think the brown is going to look pretty. We're going to sand it a little bit after I get this done. Because I started to try it and I kind of like it. Whoa! A little bit of sanding here. Makes it look more like real wood and not kind of like plasticky. It's not plastic, but it's kind of got that look. It really doesn't have to be totally dried, but if you put your paper down and it's not totally dry, then it kind of sticks right away and you can't have much leeway to move it around, so I like to try to get it pretty much dry. What does your son-in-law do and your daughter going to work at one of the hospitals? My son-in-law is a lawyer and he owns his own, what do you call it, practice. So he's actually going to keep his law office here for a while and just come up here every month or so. Just because he has to get licensed and he'll live right on the Washington-Idaho border. So he can practice in Washington for now, but he's going to try to get his Idaho license. But yeah, so he'll come up every little while to go to his office and do signings, but a lot of it he can just do, you know, what do you call it? Not virtually, like, I can't remember what you call it, but, and she's gonna probably try to take a shift a week or a couple shifts a month or something, in an emergency room up there in Spokane area, probably. Or maybe she'll travel to some smaller hospitals, but yeah, she's going to try to get back into working a little bit. They wanted to move there because they have friends there, and it's Coeur d'Alene. It's kind of a resort town, but smaller, but right next to Spokane. And they like to live in where there's a little more excitement going on, I guess you'd say. All right, so we have that. It's not perfectly dry, but it's close enough. I'm just going to take my sanding block and try not to get too much sand on the part that I just glued. But this, like, whatever finishes on this comes off really easily, but I really like the way it just kind of looks with a little added. I barely have to rub this, and it kind of distresses it, lightens it a little bit. I went back and forth about if I wanted to paint it, and I'm like, well, you know what? Everything I do is with that green, and somebody might want to buy something that doesn't have the green on it. So, this is like the easiest sanding I've done in a while. It just like comes right off. I'm not going to worry about doing it. Well, I'll just do a little bit, I guess, in here. Yeah, I think that'll be good. All right. I sure will miss them, yeah, but we already decided we're going to like FaceTime all the time, and we are going to see them at least a couple times a month. We'll meet halfway and pick up Carter, or we'll just go all the way, or we're just going to make sure it works. All right, so they have that. So now what we're going to do on these slats is we're going to put my favorite paper, of course. So I kind of cut them already. I'm hoping it's not going to be super hard to sand this, but we're gonna take, because they're not exactly the perfect size. This one I might cut down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put that here. I might just do one at a time and then sand it. I think that's what I'll do, because then it'll be easier than to mess up the other pieces. So just put it down there. Oh yeah, I gotta find something to put over the top of it. I'm thinking I might just pick, I have the, because it's right here, I might just take a piece of this craft paper, about the right size. Just use that. You can use paper, you can use material, parchment paper, whatever, but I'm just going to take this piece and put it over the top, and then take my iron. You see what okay. And once you get it down a little bit, then you don't have to be as careful. Trying to get right in those corners. Oops, yeah. Oh, yeah, but you gotta be careful not to get that on the part that's got glue right there. Okay. Oh, you know what? I was at Hobby Lobby and I told myself, you know what I was gonna buy was a, I knew I should have made a list. I was going to get an X-Acto knife, because mine is just terrible. And I forgot. So we're going to just hope we can get this cut. I mean, we can sand it. Okay. So I just kind of put that on there like that. Hope it's stuck pretty good. And then I'm hoping if I take a emery board and it'll kind of, I'll be able to get most of it that way. Oh yeah, kind of ripped it already, but where's the hole at? Because you kind of have to just kind of go downwards, and it's kind of hard, but I'm going to kind of rub across and then down. I knew this might be kind of monotonous, but I only have to do it 3 more times. Maybe I'll do more than one at a time. I thought I cut this a little bit closer, but I guess I didn't. Didn't know how to do it if you didn't get it out. Oh no, you know what I did? Oh gosh, let's see, where's my X-Acto knife? We'll learn after the first one, but I gotta make sure it's not this long because I glued it down to the other one. My X-Acto knife is terrible, but oh wait, maybe it might work it good enough. Oh, I just ripped it. Darn it. I can fix that. I'm gonna get this off of here. It's gonna get covered, so it's not gonna be the end of the world, but this, I knew I should have just taken the whole, you could take this board apart, but it would have been kind of a pain because it was kind of nailed. So it's like, oh, this won't be so bad, but it'll be fine. Yeah, I can't even get that. Oh gosh, I knew this might be a nightmare. You know what? Part of this isn't even going to show now that I think about it. I don't probably need to do it all the way into the middle. Okay, I got an idea. We don't have to do all this. Because we only have to do the part that's going to show. That's not going to show. This is going to show right here, of course, where I ripped it. Let me put a little bit of, here, I got some on here. All right, yeah, I think we're just going to, see, it looks kind of bad, but we're just going to go on to the next one. Make sure it's not too long like the last, way too long. Okay, this one's a lot better. Just have to make sure the parts that are going to show look good. Okay. Which is the edges mostly. Why is this one? This one's way too short. That's all right. I think it'll be okay. I think I'm just going to get them on there, all of them on a little bit, and then go back and I think I'll just change my mind and just put them on. This one is too long, I think. Yeah, I'm going to cut this one a little bit shorter. That's better. All right. This is going to be cute when it's done. I know, I thought about putting the whole piece and then cutting, but as you can see, my X-Acto knife is a piece of junk, and I just was like, I don't know. I thought maybe it'd be easier to do it this way, but maybe it would be easier to put a whole piece and then cut it. I don't know. I was trying to hope that this would be the easier way, but you know, I could be wrong. I think it's going to work out fine in the end. Let's get these on and then I think this was supposed to be the last one. Yeah. Guess we'll do this one now since I have it in my hand. I knew that the top and the bottom, I had straight lines for them, so pretty straight anyway. Straight edges, I mean. Last one on here. If you're bored, sorry. Sometimes I don't like doing these projects live that are a little more monotonous because I feel like you guys might get bored, but now I'm going to go over all of them, just make sure they're all good and on the edges. And everywhere. All right, I think they're, oh, maybe not right there. All right, let's see if we can get this to look good now. So that's kind of what we have. You admire my patience. I don't know, I get kind of impatient. I still found a couple spots that are not down very well. Let's see. Feel any. Okay. All right, now what can we do here? Where's my... I feel like the easiest way is going to be like, oh yeah, I don't have to do it in the middle, I forget. Yeah, okay, that's going to make it a little bit easier. Maybe. I just like the clean edge, so I want to make sure I get it sanded good on the edges. It's really not going to be a whole lot that's going to... That's why I prefer the glue stick method, because I always feel like I get it stuck down better, because I always seem to miss spots when I do it with the Mod Podge, but like I said, it's hard to get into that. It's hard to get into that edge with the glue stick. I'm going to get it pretty good, and then I'm going to wait till we put the thing that we're going to put on top on, and then we'll see what else we need to fix. Because I think what I'm going to put on top, I'm definitely not going to... I'm going to try not to... I'm not going to push cut it in the cracks. I had kind of debated that, but now that I see what a pain this is, definitely not going to. It's hard to sand these spots. We're getting it though. Good thing we don't have to make it look perfect in the middle. Okay. All right, I think we'll just do one fast, oops, sorry, I thought I was dropping something. Making sure we got them down because there were some spots coming up, and then we'll do the next part and then touch up. So what we're going to use is something that I bought last year, and I knew I bought it, and I could not find it, and I was so depressed about it. Not depressed, but it's like, where is it? I want to use that. And I couldn't find it. Well, until I cleaned out my dressers over here to get new organizers, I found it, because it had gone behind in one of the dresser drawers. It had gone, you know how the clothes and stuff or anything get kind of stuck back behind, it comes out of the back of the drawer. So I found it. So you'll see what it is here in a second. Just trying to get the edges looking really good. I think they actually look pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna, well, I think I'll wait. Okay, so that's what it looks like right there. I'm glad you're here, Constance. We had a new granddaughter, Tatum Jo, that's a cute name. All right, so make sure this is the top. Okay, so what we're gonna use is this. I got it from DecoupagCentral.com last year, so hopefully they still have it. But I know some of you guys don't like Santa, but I love this vintage Santa. You can see like it has writing, like vintage writing and stuff. And I almost went with the green frame, but I liked because it had the brown along the edge. I decided to just leave the frame brown. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to take some water. Let's see if I have something to put some water in. I'm just going to put some water in a little dish. And then I'm going to take, you guys have seen me do this. I didn't have time to do it all ahead of time, most of it, so it doesn't take long. So you just put some water on your brush, and I'm just going to wet down quite a bit of it, and I'm going to tear it so that it has like a more of a, you know, and you can kind of put your hand where, I don't have a whole lot to work with here. So you kind of put your other hand where you don't want it to rip any further. That'll keep it from going farther than that. I went a little over the edge right there, but that's okay. This is rustic. So you can see how it leaves that edge, and then just do, you can, if you do too much at once, your water will just dry. So I probably can go to the end of this line. Kind of deciding if I think I'm just going to use glue stick on this part though. This is just a very, not a real overly creative project, but I think it's going to be really pretty and just show you how you can use, all right, bye, use, you know, things you find at garage sales for really cheap and very easily turn them into something pretty. Without, you know, having to do a ton of work. I like the very intricate crafts, but I also like things that are just a few steps. And you can make this one as fancy or as simple as you like. I'm kind of more liking the simple things lately, but just not as much doodads added to things. But I do like doodads added to things on certain things. We're just almost, we're over halfway now. This side has a weird gray line on it. That's kind of strange. Did the other side have that? Oh, maybe not. And you could just cut it or, you know, leave it. You'd have to cut it a little bit because it has words down, like, I don't know, the item numbers or whatever down there, but if you don't like the, you know, the rough edge, you could, what's the word? You could just cut it with scissors or whatever. One more side. This one's tearing a lot easier because I can have more edge to work with. When you have less to work with, it's harder to do because it doesn't come off in one piece. All right, that looks good. It has kind of a gray edge on some of it and then like a shadowing, and some of it doesn't, so. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Happy, oh gosh. You like, I know it's a really pretty picture. I don't usually buy a lot of the huge ones, but I like this one. And I knew I had it, like I said, it was in my stash somewhere and I could not find it. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put this over the top. And I didn't know if I wanted the, I think I sometimes like the lines to show through, so we're gonna have ours go show through. But before I do this, I think I'm going to give it one last sand on the edges. I gotta see how far it doesn't show. Just an inch or two on each side. And then I'm gonna add some distressing ink just because it'll be easier to do before I put it all back together. And there's another, no matter how hard I try, there's always a little spot that wants to come up. There's another one. And another one. How can that be? It's like all the edges are wanting to come up. Okay, let's give him hopefully one more. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's hope that's good for now. And I'm going to take some distressing ink. Nice old time Santa, yeah. And I'm just going to kind of go on along these lines just to give it a little. It's another thing. It's like just like the glue stick. It's kind of hard to get into that right next to the frame, but we'll do our best. So I'm kind of going on that line and then just adding a little along the edges. If you don't like this, then you don't have to do it, but I think it just gives it a little something. And I'll add more after I add the Santa too. Because I'll see where it needs it. Okay, I'm just going to do it first. It'll be better. All right, so we're going to put this on here, and I'm just going to use glue stick, I think. Which is another thing I wanted to get at the Dollar Tree, and I forgot, so I might not have room. Oh, I do. Okay, I think I'm going to do this outside of this. You could iron this on too, but I actually like using this with decoupage paper, especially using the glue stick. It just seems like it goes on really nice. The edges are always really good, as long as you get it up to the edge. Usually I have to add more once I get it on here. Let's see where I want to get it, put it. Is that about? That looks pretty good. And then just, it was kind of wrinkled, but I knew once I put the glue stick on it and laid it down, it would flatten out the wrinkles, and you can usually lift it if I get a wrinkle in it like that. And you could cut those slits, but I really don't want to cut it on this part. Plus it'll be a hassle, and I just don't want to. I think it looks better without it. So we have so far. Yeah, that paper is this is from Decoupage Essential. This is paper, wrapping paper that I had, and it's from TJ Maxx, and hopefully, or Michael or Marshall's. Hopefully they'll get some soon. Because usually it comes out at like Christmas time. I'm gonna see if I can take some of this ink and put it on a paintbrush, just because it's hard to get right next to the edges, which is where I want to get it. And it's easier to get on those. And go around this just a little bit too. Doesn't work as good as that thing, but it works better for this spots. Any of you live in the Phoenix, Arizona area? I'm actually going down there at the end of August for my nephew's wedding. and we could maybe meet at a coffee shop or something. Usually I try to do something like that if I'm, like when we went around the United States, I met with somebody in South Dakota, somebody in Oklahoma. That might have been all on that trip. But then when I went to Denver for a Chalk Couture convention, I met somebody at there. Now I feel like I want to put something around the edges, but I don't know what. What do you guys think? Is this cute or is this ugly? Now I have some really big chunky, that might be too big. Oh, big chunky, I don't know where this came from, but I was wondering if this would be cute to put around the edges or would it be ugly? Don't know until you try it, right? Can't really tell when it's upside down. I don't like that one, but I feel like it needs something. What about I need something kind of in between this size. Although I do like this, I might put this. Use a chunky red and white? You think? Kind of like just a smaller. Now I feel like I gotta look at it again. You guys are thinking it'll look good. Let me look at it, but I feel like it's just too chunky. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does anybody else think it looks good? Can you see it? I'm not sure if that's just... I don't know. You love the chunky. Okay. Let me see if I look at both of them. You like the chunk? Let's just go with it. You know, who cares? I got 100,000 Christmas decor pieces. I don't know if it's not good. Problem is when you cut this, it all falls apart. So I'm going to try to add a little hot glue and see if I can keep it from doing that. Right where I'm going to cut it. Maybe that'll work. I've had this for a while. I don't know, where did I get this? Oh yeah, I got this huge thing from Ross, like last Christmas, and I don't know if I've ever used it. But it's, yeah, it was from Ross, and it was $4.99. Yeah, maybe this will look good. The thin one disappears. Okay, all right, let's go for it. Although I don't like, I'm gonna fix this a little better. I don't like that there's a big gap. You don't know what I'm talking about, but where I glued it, I need it. I don't like it. I want to cut it a little closer to here. There, that's I think that'll be a little bit better. All right, let's glue this on here. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Can you guys see what, yeah, you can see what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna start down here in the corner so that the ugliest spot will be down here. I've been wanting to use this chunky trim for a while. I just never found the right thing. Maybe this is the right thing. Whenever I do something like this, I like really try to make sure that you get it really, you know, really against the edge and like straight. I hate, one of my pet peeves is like trim and stuff that's not straight. Oh, drives me insane on my own stuff. You can do it how you want, but I'd rip it off if it wasn't straight. Trying to do it so the glue doesn't show and it's straight, and yeah, you guys are right. I think it looks good. That's right. I thought I got glue outside of where I wanted it. This will hold, another thing, it will hold the paper down in those spots where I was having a hard time keeping it in the little edges, the corners, keeping it down. You see it? It does look good. I think you guys are right. All right. Oops, it came out of the corner. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm gonna probably have to dig a little glue out of that corner because I can see it. This is really thick, so it's hard to get up into the corners and have a crisp corner, which I like. Very hard to get up in that corner. But I'm trying to get it up there as much as I can. Oh gosh. Wait till the end and then I get glue everywhere where you don't want it. Ooh, I cut it just perfect too. Thought I cut it too long, but I actually cut it just right. Better than too short. Would you guys like this? What would you sell something like this for at a show? I don't know. I kind of look at things and think, what would the most I would buy it for? I don't know. It just depends on your area. Probably in our area, I'd probably start it at like $25. I didn't, have a whole lot into it because these are like $3, $3 or $4, $5, and then paper and some trim and glue and stuff. So. You guys like this? I don't know. It's not like my favorite thing I've ever made, but I hope you guys like it. You guys love it? Oh, good. You guys are making me feel good because I'm not sure. I feel like it needs a little more framing or something. I almost feel like I wanted it the green frame. I don't know. You guys like it? Oh, okay, I'm glad. You love it a lot. Okay. Sometimes my husband's like, you're too critical of yourself. Let me look at it from back here. Oh yeah, it's cute. I could do a little more sanding on a few spots, but I think it's cute. I like it. You love it. Okay, good. Guess what? I found my rolling pin that I was looking for the other day that we needed for that project, but That's okay. I wanted to show you guys something I found at Dollar Tree. You've probably seen them already, and now they're $2. I didn't realize that when I bought them, but, and I still have tons of old ones, but I just couldn't resist. So I was at Dollar Tree today looking for I was looking for garage sale stickers, but they didn't have any price stickers. So I found these. I just like this one a lot. Happiness is Homemade. It has like the, what's it, KitchenAid. And then these are and I love there's a kitchen scale, a couple KitchenAid ones, the pumpkin pie ones, roosters. If you haven't seen these, there's some really cute ones on there. This is a calendars, the Dollar Tree calendars, but they are $2 now. You probably know how popular they were. Maybe put some what? I don't know what she said. So those are I like this one with the scale, herbs, silverware. That's the scale one too over there. And this pumpkin pie one's cute. Okay, so there's that one. There's a lot of cute ones. This one I only pretty much got for the Christmas one. I like the Christmas. There's other cute ones on here. The fall one's cute. But I like the Christmas sign. I don't do a lot of word signs, but the sleigh rides one. It's hard to let you see them close without that ring light in the way. This one's more like words, but I really like this one. So. I don't know. Snow or glitter on the beard. Oh, that's an idea. That's a good idea. Well, I don't know. That isn't that good idea. And then this one looks like this. It says, live for today, hope for tomorrow. Or learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. That's the front. And then I like the ones I liked on this was the fall ones. And like the 4th of July looking colored ones. And like the black and green farmhouse ones. And I have so many old calendars I have not even used. But you know, who knows, maybe someday I will. But I really liked, I'm not big into trucks anymore, but I'll do trucks sometimes. I really like these ones and this one. But they're all cute, and I really liked this one, which it says, everything is as it should be. Anyway, those are the 3 things I got today. So, and this is what we made today. So, hope you like it. Did you guys want to see what I made the other day? Did you remember it? I have it here because I haven't figured out where to put it right now. Well, I think it kind of fell. I put it on the floor. It kind of got messed up. But, sorry, I'm choking on something. I just wrapped some boxes, different boxes, and then just added stuff. And this was a oak shelf I got at a garage sale, and I just painted it green. So anyway, there's a live for that, so. You really like it? Oh, good. I'm glad. All right, you guys have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye.